Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel. If you are watching this, I got the courage to actually record and post this. You probably know me as Thrillers with Chell or Chell or Chels. I wanted my first video to be about thrillers since my username is Thrillers with Chell. This is going to be my top 5 horror and thriller recs of 2024. I'm going to give you like a little blurb and then just some of my like word vomit thoughts. So let's get started. My first recommendation is Surprise, the One by John Mars. This book is basically like the future of dating gone wrong. Like if you think dating apps nowadays are bad, this is worse. This is actually a nightmare. There's this website that's called Match Your DNA, and they genetically find your perfect match. So you're guaranteed to fall in love with whoever they match you up with genetically, and it just goes so wrong. This book does have quite a few point of views, and I'm not going to lie, it does get quite confusing, but everyone that I have recommended this book to, I have let them know that like it is so worth it. I promise you it's so good. Like once you actually like get in the groove of like all the different POVs, it's so worth it. This is one of my favorite thrillers of like all time. It also is like a Black Mirror episode, so if you like Black Mirror, you need to add this to your TV. You need to stop everything that you're doing and read this book. Thank you. The next book that I would recommend that's actually a horror book is The Exorcist House by Nick Roberts. This follows a family that moves into an old house that they're renovating. They discover a hidden room in their basement that was boarded up, and the room glows. I think I forgot to mention that the previous owner, he was an exorcist. This book was so good. It was recommended by my friend Jackie on Instagram. I trust that girl with my life, by the way. I can't stop thinking about it to this day, honestly. It just had so many twists and turns, and there's also a second book that I have not read yet and definitely need to get to that at some point. Next book is The Sundown Motel by Simone St. James. This book follows a girl named Carly who moves to New York City and starts working at the Sundown Motel. That's actually where her aunt used to work 35 years ago, and her aunt disappears. So Carly, 35 years later, starts working there to basically like find out what happened to her aunt, and some crazy stuff goes down. It's a really good story. I couldn't put this one down. This was my first Simone St. James book. I have read one other one by her, but this still takes the cake. The next book is We Used to Live Here by Marcus Kluwer. I definitely butchered that, I'm sorry. But this is definitely one of my top reads, like top 3 of 2024. Basically, there's this couple, Charlie and Eve, who just moved into their house, and a family just randomly shows up, knocks on the door, and the man says, "Hey, like, I used to live here. Can I come in and show my kids around?" This book was a fever dream. It was incredible. My jaw was on the floor for way too long at the end. One of my friends that I have recently talked to that have read it were just like mind blown and so confused, but that's what they liked about it. So if you want a book to completely mess you up in the head, like pick this one up. And the last book that I would recommend is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. Now, I know that Grady Hendrix writing can be a hit or miss from people. Honestly, he is like king of slow burn. It did take me a little bit to get into just because of how slow the storytelling was. This book basically follows 2 best friends, Abby and Gretchen, who grow up together. One day they decide to go skinny dipping with their friends, but then after that day, Gretchen starts to act completely different. Like she is not who she used to be, and just like weird things starts to happen whenever Gretchen's around. And then on the back of the book it says like, well, is their friendship powerful enough to beat the devil? But yeah, I would say if you haven't read a Grady Hendrix book, this would be a fun one to start with. Those are my top 5 thriller and horror books of 2024. I wouldn't say that like these books would be everyone's cup of tea, but these are definitely ones that I would recommend to people that are wanting to get into thrillers or horror books. Okay, I also do not know how to end this. So thank you so much for watching my first booktube video. I'm really excited to post more on here. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys soon.